name. And I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I was named after an ex-girlfriend? And he's like, would it?
Welcome to the best year of your life.
Bring on senior year.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to senior year. I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Jen K.
And this is our 4th episode. What is our theme today?
New Year's, same BS.
Same old BS. Honestly, we just rang in 2024. Jenny was, where were you, Jenny?
I was in Florida, asleep.
She was sleeping in Florida. I was in Montreal, not asleep, just drinking.
I was asleep at like 11:30.
Yeah. I remember one year I was just like in my room and I just watched the clock change and I was like, well, welcome 2017. Isn't that crazy? Like, remember like when it was going, I think it was my first ever New Year's I remember experiencing was like 2012. And I was like, yeah, 2012 or like.
Yeah, like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Going to like 3rd grade.
Like I remember hearing.
When your parents actually let you stay up.
Mm-hmm. I remember like hearing the word like 2013 and I was like, this is revolutionary. And I was like.
That was the first year I went to Disney World.
Really?
Yeah.
I went when I was like 8, I think.
Yeah, 2013.
Oh my God. We could have been there at the same time.
I went in September.
Oh, I went in like March or something like that.
My parents were like, let's go in the off season. I mean, I experienced Halloween Mickey. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we went for that too, actually. So yeah, maybe it was September. It was during Halloween time.
Yeah, I went like September, October, like the off season.
Yeah.
To do Mickey.
Good time to go. Anyways, we're just gonna rant about like all the same BS. So Here we go. You want to start?
Sephora kids.
Oh my God.
I hate that.
I'm so excited to talk about this because TikTok is finally catching on that kids are like an epidemic in Sephora right now.
And did you see the video of the girl with the Gucci heart ring that wanted the drops? And she's like, and the kid's like 10 and the kid's giving her so much attitude and she's like, oh, well, if you give me your Gucci heart ring, I'll give you these like bronzing drops.
Like, girl, the Gucci ring is like
$400.
Actually, I received the Gucci necklace for Christmas from my boyfriend, and I think it was also like $400. So like, that's crazy.
Drop in a bag.
Drop in a bag. Good for him, though.
My Christmas present was my boyfriend came on vacation. Sad.
Honestly, that would have been just as great. Back to Sephora, though. I'm sorry. I can't stand the kids in Sephora. Like, the testers, I actually want to, like, test stuff, and they just destroy everything.
And they make everything out of stock.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like you're 10. I wasn't even wearing makeup.
No. Oh, my God.
I was barely allowed chapstick.
I think I got my very first mascara. It came in, like, it was, like, a book that had, like, lip gloss, couple eyeshadows, whatever. And my mom literally told me, you're not allowed to wear the mascara. I think I, like, started sneaking to school and, like, wearing it. But, like, it was crazy. Like, I can't believe kids are actually, like, wearing makeup.
Like, these kids look older than me.
Yeah.
And they have such an attitude.
And they're jailbait. I'm sorry. That sounds, like, really, like, screwed up to take this route. But, like, kids are aging so fast. And it's low-key, like, making older people go out with, like, younger kids. And it's just, like, wrong.
On my vacation, there was, like, they were definitely under the age of 10. Max 10. This girl has 3 ear piercings. Oh. She's wearing makeup, has acrylic nails, wearing a 2-piece. The 2-piece is fine, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like acting so grown up and it's like, oh my God, boys. And I'm like, when I was 10, I was, in my jammies, not where I didn't even know how to put on makeup.
Yeah. I think the saddest part for me, to be honest, and I don't want to go too deep, but like you only get to experience childhood one time. Right? Like, you get childhood from, like, the time you're obviously born until you're, like, honestly, I'd say mid-teens. You get like childhood. Preteens. Yeah, preteens. It's acceptable for you to do all these fun things. Like, I remember being so disappointed the year that I couldn't, like, trick or treat anymore.
Yeah, my parents are, like, 13. They're like, it's just not acceptable anymore.
Yeah. And, like, those were fun times. Those were carefree times. Those were times when you didn't have to worry about, like, boys doing terrible, horrible things to you. You didn't have to worry about, like, grades, money, all this stuff. And, like, the fact that kids are, like, growing up so fast, they don't even want to, like, sit down and, like, play games or, like, play with Barbies and stuff.
Like, there's no imagination. They just want an iPhone.
Yeah.
And to go on Snapchat.
And it's sad. And they miss out on, like, all of that. So, like, if you're theoretically, if you're 10 years old and you just, like, you're an adult, like, you're, like, an adult, You're an adult for the rest of your life, and then you die, and you never get to be a kid again.
Like, why does a
It's
10-year-old need the polypeptide cream? $85 for what?
Yeah, peptides are.
You to make a
peptides
smoothie?
I hate when they call it a smoothie. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Peptides are literally proteins that repair like your cells, and your cells don't start dying until you're like in your 40s.
Yeah, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
I just saw like a TikTok making fun of like you're sitting next to the 10-year-old and she's like, "So rare beauty, drunk elephant."
I've never used Drunk Elephant. I liked the packaging. I was like, oh, like maybe I get it. I picked it up and like $80 for moisturizer. Absolutely. Where are these kids getting the money from?
Mommy, daddy.
That's crazy. My parents, they had like an envelope every time I got money from like Easter or like First Communion or like something. I would get like maybe $100 from my grandma. We'd put it in an envelope and I wasn't even allowed to touch it until I was like 14 years old.
Really?
Yeah. So it accumulated. There was lots of money in there. And then, you know, at least like when I bought things, I had to really think it through and I had to like pitch it to my parents in order for them to buy it for me. Or you asked for it for Christmas and it made it like 10 times more special.
Yeah.
Like kids are wasting their money. Like what are they like, congrats, you wasted all your money on like BHA toner that you don't need. And then by the time you're like 16 and wanted to save money for like a car or something, you're not even gonna have money for that.
No, you won't. 100%. I mean, what is it? I don't think I started wearing makeup till I was like 13, 12, like 7th, 8th grade.
I don't think
Not even like concealer, just like mascara and like lip gloss.
Yeah. I don't think Morgan wore makeup until like high school.
10th grade?
Yeah, like 10th grade.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was like 11th when we were like, Morgan, makeup.
Here's makeup. Yeah. And I mean,
I'm
there's
sure she
nothing wrong
had
with
it,
that.
but
Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, it's bad for your skin. Like makeup's not good for you.
it just makes you feel good.
Makes me feel good. I love my makeup. Like I'm a makeup addict. Like I have way too much makeup. But like I'm 18, so I think it's acceptable. Yeah.
I used to have a huge makeup collection. Like, huge. I'd spend like $300-$400 at Sephora at a time.
Yeah.
And just like drop a bag on makeup, skincare.
I used to like do that. I would like low key, my mom would give me her debit card and be like, okay, you have like a limit of like $200 to like go out and like shop. It'd be for like back to school. And I'd go to Sephora and I'd spend like a little bit over. And then I'd like bring stuff home and I'd be like, it was on sale. It was not on sale. Like it was on sale. It was not on sale. Which was like so funny. But like back in the day, I feel like makeup, like the epitome of makeup was like an egg EOS lip balm.
Oh,
Like
I
why
love
can't kids be
those.
obsessed with that still? Like they weren't good.
No, it was a horrible lip balm.
No, terrible lip balm.
It
But,
got
like,
better though. Got better.
Eventually. Or the Burt's Bees. We were like
Yeah.
obsessed with Burt's Bees.
Like my parents would be like, I don't want to buy you a $6 lip balm. But it's like, I'm not asking for mascara and concealer at 10 years old. I just wanted chapstick.
I know, I think that's wild that like we were like begging our parents for like a $6 lip balm, and now kids are begging their parents for like $80 moisturizer.
Yeah.
And their parents are saying yes. Like my parents, I'd be literally be like, Mom, can I have this $15 Lego kit? And she's like, is it your birthday? Is it Christmas? And then I'd be like, okay, I feel stupid now.
My dad's famous line, it lives at the store.
I love that one.
Like
I'm gonna use that.
literally anything. Oh, can I have this Barbie? It lives at the store.
It lives at the store.
Dad, I love this stuffed animal. It lives at the store.
I feel like when there were certain toys that I feel like somewhere in my memory there's this toy store. I don't remember where it is,
Is
but
it
there's
Mastermind?
it might have been a Mastermind. I don't know where
Or
it was.
is it the church one that's in St. Jacobs?
Maybe. I don't know. It had like a train. It was really cool in there. Like I remember going in there a couple times with my parents and I would always like look at this one toy and then like eventually they like bought it for me. But it lived at the store. That's why I'd go there to see it, you know? I can't remember what it was though, but it's like somewhere in my brain.
What about
I don't have an iPad today, guys. I'm reading off my paper.
pink jobs and blue jobs? Like girl jobs and boy jobs.
Not that not anyone can do a job, but like some jobs are a pink job and some jobs are a blue job.
Yeah, like cleaning the gutters. That's a blue job.
That's a blue job.
That's what boys
No,
do.
because I was talking to one of my coworkers about this. If you guys don't know, I'm a waitress / like bartender / like event server. I do a lot, but like and we have boy servers, But I feel like bartending is a woman's job, like for certain things, like for events, like no one wants to see, and it's like an attractive people job, and you have to be like funny. Like, I feel like if you put someone who's like dry and like ugly behind the bar, it's like, wow.
No one's gonna get a drink.
No one's gonna buy any drinks. Like, I don't want to like insult anybody by any means, but like, I'm sorry, the East Side Mario's in Cambridge. I know people who work there, so like it doesn't apply to everyone that works there, but like every time I go there, the servers are not fun to look at. They don't look like they should be handling food, and it's just like a total turn off.
I want to go to the one in Brantford to have the cat robot.
That's where we always go. I love the cat robot.
What is it? At Denny's in Guelph, they have 2 cat robots.
Stop.
I think there's 2. There's one for sure.
Oh, in Niagara Falls, they have a sushi place, and it's, you don't even have to talk to a waiter. Like, it's
it's
just
the
robot.
belt service, and you just bling and it comes.
No. It's the robot, but you just order on the iPad, and then the robot brings it all out.
That's sick.
I know.
Delicious.
Moving on. I'm not too sure. Mine's all out of.
Same.
Mine's all like.
Just pick one. Just pick one.
Jenny's name. This is just. I saw this. This is why it's the same BS, because I saw this on TikTok somewhere, because I feel like every boy gets their heart broken one specific time and it just changes who they are forever. It's like, it's their canon event and it's just who they are forever. And then I saw this TikTok on TikTok. I don't know what, I had a brain fart. And it was like, how many people are named after an ex-girlfriend? And it just put me down a rabbit hole, because I was like, wow, like imagine being that hurt that you know, maybe 20, 15, however many years after never seeing, you know, that one heartbreak, you named your child after an ex-girlfriend. And then I was talking to Jenny, and Jenny's like, I'm named after an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, true story.
So Jenny, please tell the story.
So my sister got all the family names because my parents didn't know if they were gonna have a second kid, because they're old. They were old when they had me, so it might have been a possibility they couldn't have had a second kid. So my sister got all the family names, and then I'm here, and my my full first name is Jennifer. And one day I was like 13, 14. It was in COVID, and I'm in the car with my dad, trapping him like one does.
You're like, Dad.
and we're like driving down this back road, and I'm like, and we're talking about my sister's name, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I was named after an ex-girlfriend? And he's like, would it? And I was like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, I did.
Oh, your poor mom.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. Nobody tell my mom.
That's the best part. Oh my
He's
God.
like, she wouldn't marry me or have my kids. And I was like, so the solution is to name me.
And you just to be a constant reminder. Plus, like, you and your dad have like a really good relationship, almost to a point where it's like, is she the girl you always wanted?
What do you mean? He's my friend now.
I know.
I graduated from him having to be my dad to he can be my friend. Because he's like almost done parenting.
I see. I feel like everyone, like, before me and my dad were close, I was just like argumentative and mean. So like I just wasn't nice to him for so long, which I like feel bad about. But like at the same time, I was like 14 and moody. So, and now it's like we go out for like lunch with Dave. Dave takes us to
We love Dave.
He takes us boating. Dave will drive me all the way to like Mississauga for a store to find out it's closed, and then still drive me all the way home. Like Dave is carrying the world on his shoulders right now. And
dads are great.
I know.
If you're not close with your dad, I suggest you try, unless they're a really terrible, horrible person.
Yeah. Moms, on the other hand, they can be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom will be like my best friend and my biggest hater all at the same time.
My mom's just my hater.
I mean, valid. My mom figured out how to use TikTok. She posted like a 2023 Wrapped, and it wasn't even like the Wrapped of her year. It was just from like her New Year's party.
Oh.
Like most of it was in 2024. Like it, and then they were just the most random clips too. Like I think anyone who was in that TikTok fell victim to the TikTok.
Oh no.
Like there's a like clip of her friend's like fiance, and I was like, he's just vibing. He didn't need to be there, but he's there.
He's just chilling.
Yeah. Or like sometimes my mom likes to do the video where it's like it's like a selfie video, and then you're like panning and showing everything in the background. So it's like, look at me, I'm here, look, I'm here. And it's like really cringy, and I feel bad. She needs some social media training, I think. My dad's getting better, but my mom needs some social media training.
Yeah. My dad doesn't really post on social media anymore. No. He has Facebook. He used to do Facebook Lives every single Sunday.
He'd sit there and be like...
He called it Richard's Musings. And he would just like... They were like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max.
Oh my
like
God.
They were short. But he would like pick something that he wanted to talk about. And he would just talk about it. And our neighbor, his name was Christopher, something like that. But he would watch my dad's Facebook Lives.
Really?
And he saw my dad one day and he was like, it's like, your Facebook's lives help me like change my life. Well, not like change his life, but like get him on the right path to like getting like a good job and going to school.
Dang.
And he's like, you're a great mentor. And then my dad stopped because my mom was like, I want a divorce, and made him sad. So
your dad should make like a YouTube channel to like, or like a TikTok page to just like talk to like younger generations about like stuff like that, about like what to do.
Yeah.
I used to do lives on TikTok. I remember.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I remember like the like when people would do Instagram lives back when we were younger, like, and it would be like someone's birthday party and you weren't invited and you're like watching everyone. They're all just like, and they're not even like doing anything. They're just like sitting there and then people join. They're like, oh my gosh, hi. I don't know.
Yeah.
Johnny, hello.
I did like,
how are you?
One time on Instagram, and it was the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever done.
Yeah, I used to do them on TikTok, and the only reason originally like I not blew up on TikTok, but like the first time I ever had like an ounce of like fame on TikTok was I posted a video of my hamster because it was like bleeding. I sound like a psychopath, but like it was having like a UTI or like a period or something. It died like a week later.
Oh.
And I posted a video. It was like satire. I was like, is my hamster broken or is it dying?
Yeah,
and
it was like, does anyone else's hamster do this?
Yeah, does anyone else's do this? And it went viral. I had like people like verified people like texting me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the coolest thing ever. But obviously like people only followed me to like see the hamster. So when I started doing like little TikTok lives and I was like playing piano and like I was like playing piano, or like I was doing like, I would like, people would like comment stuff and I'd like put them on like a whiteboard. Like it sounds really sad now that I think of it. But then people would comment like, where's the hamster? We don't want like, we don't want to look at this bullshit. We want the hamster. And my hamster was like literally dead. So I was like, oh.
That's so mean.
It was. And like, so I just didn't do TikTok. I just don't think I could actually do lives anymore. Like I feel like lives are such a
toxic place.
Have you seen the lives where it's like a bunch of Asian girls sitting on a couch? They're all like skinny and like pale. And then I don't know if this is just me. And then people will send in a sticker, and for whatever sticker it is, each girl's assigned to like a sticker. And then if someone like gives the gift, she gets up and stands on a pedestal and like does a little dance and then sits down. And then people will like do it again. And like, I don't know if this is just I think it's trafficking. I could be wrong.
Honestly, probably. I keep getting like TikToks where it's like the image ones you swipe, and it's like a really grainy photo of a girl, and it's like, don't look in the comments. I'm like, these people are being trafficked.
Yeah.
And they're just like advertising on social media.
My favorite ones is like, what was the one?
Not of people getting trafficked though.
No, not of people getting trafficked. Well, it's funny because when we were driving back from Montreal, all the en routes have like trafficking like stuff, because like the 401 is
where
notorious
it's like
for trafficking.
the HT or something, the hand signals.
Yeah,
they have that in the Orlando airport.
Really?
Yeah, in the bathroom when in my handicap stuff.
Damn. Oh, Jenny sent me what was her text exactly?
A stall tour.
We're filming on my phone, but she sent me a text and she literally said, I am shiting in the handicap stall, or like I'm blowing up the handicap stall. And I was like, what? And then what'd you say? She said it's so spacious, and then she's like, I could fit like 6 Crips in here. I was like, Jenny, what the heck? And then she sent me a stall tour. She's like sitting on the toilet and she's like panning around. It was very spacious. Like she could have fit maybe like 7.
I swear you could fit 10 in there.
10.
11 plus me.
That's wild. It's so wild.
I'll tell you after about the more of it, but
okay.
I don't think the internet needs to hear it.
Speaking of the same BS, we like to play this game Scream.
Oh.
This is our like friend group, the epitome of our friend group, actually.
Our favorite pastime.
Some people like play like solitaire. We play Scream. Can I like give them like the whole, okay. So Jenny and I, near the end of the year, we were like going through it. It was some rough times.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say we were like, we didn't really care. We were just having a lot bestowed upon us, a lot of BS bestowed upon us. And so Jenny and I, the one night, we were like, oh, let's like go to this dance. And we like asked our one friend, and she's like, that's so stupid. I don't want to do that. And we were like, okay, cool. And then our Morgan worked. Yeah. And
oh, is that when we went to Chuck's and you got like chewed out?
I got chewed out. Yeah. So basically, we went to this dance. It was really not good.
Yeah.
Like our high school dances, they didn't put any effort into it. Like, I wish high school was like high school in the States. Like,
huge. They love it.
They love it. They do so much stuff. Like, our school, they barely put in effort. It was lame. So Jenny and I went for a bit, and then we're on the way home, and we were just driving around, and we were texting. We were like trying to waste time because we were gonna go pick up Morgan after work. And we were going to go to Chuck's Roadhouse for like half price apps because it's half price apps after 9. So we get in the car, and Jenny and I we're going down this one street. It's like on the way to our school, and she rolls down the window and she moans out the window at this guy. And I look at her in like disbelief because I'm like, what did you just do? And I'm laughing because I'm like, there's no way my best friend just rolled down the window and moaned at some pedestrian. I was like, there's no way. And she goes, try it. It's really fun. I'm like, okay. So we're going down. I roll down my window. I go, Daddy. And I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun.
Because what are they going to do?
Like, they look at you in disbelief, or like they're scared, or
they're shocked.
They do like a double take. They're like, oh my God. I was like, wow, this is incredible. So Jenny and I proceeded to drive around town and just scream things at people, random things. Like she was like just screaming just random stuff at people.
Sometimes just like a good
yeah, sometimes it's just like sometimes if you're like
a good blood curdling scream.
It's just a good like war cry, and the people just like absolutely go nuts. It's especially funny if they're homeless. Even that's like really bad. So we're like, okay, this is really fun. We got to show Morgan. So we show up at Morgan's job, and then we like intruded her.
Yeah, I used to work there. I quit because of some things. Those people got fired now. Victory!
So happy.
But I used to work there, so like I just walked right into the office, and I was like, "Sup, Colin?"
And the guy didn't even remember who she was.
We literally we only, to be fair, we had one shift together, but I thought I was pretty memorable. I was a great person to work with. He was like, "How do you know my name?" And I was like, "We literally worked together." Yeah. Speaking of working there, I saw the really hot maintenance guy, Blake.
Oh.
He was at the corner in the city truck, and I was going here.
Well, I mean,
sorry,
when we went
Fernando.
There was this like morbidly obese cleaning lady who was like so friendly, but she like sounded like she smoked a million packs, and she looked at Jenny and I, and she goes, "Are you guys one of Colin's girlfriends?" And we were like, I was like, "Who's Colin?" She's like, "Ha ha ha ha," because she knew who Colin was.
Yeah.
He didn't know who Jenny was anymore. But so anyways, we pick up Morgan, and we're about to show her our newfound talent. We're like blasting music. We're driving on our way to Chuck's Roadhouse, and Jenny and I look at each other. We roll down the window, and we find like some innocent person, and we just start like at them out the window. And Morgan's like, "What are you guys doing?" And so we had Chuck's, and then we're like, "All right, let's drive around town and do it again." And then we started running out of people because we do it late at night.
Yeah.
So we start driving to like the town
do it in
over,
the day.
2 towns over. No, you can't do it in the day. That's not fair. But after like nightfall, the streetlights are on, everyone's fair game.
Oh yeah, because it's like at night, weird things happen. Like if you did it in the daytime, someone would probably call the cops on me.
Oh, probably. Like, I mean, it is harassment. Like, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Harassment for 0.2 seconds.
We're just making sure people's hearts are still working.
Yeah.
But
what
like,
if we did it and someone like
couldn't breathe? That's what I thought. Like, what if someone like did it to someone who had like a pacemaker or something?
No, but the pacemaker is supposed to make their heart start again. So it'd be okay. They have a better chance of living than someone without a pacemaker.
No, but like even when when I started like talking to like my current boyfriend, we were like, I was introducing him to my friends, and I was like, yeah, like we're gonna go play Scream, and he's like, what are you talking about? And we were like, just like this, and then we got in Jenny's truck, and we're driving around, and we're screaming at people, and he's like, wow, like.
And I almost got a red light ticket.
Jenny drove through the light. She was in the lane to go straight and then was like, oh, never mind, I'm gonna go right. So she turned on the red, which is like, it's legal, but you gotta be in the right lane.
But it was like 2 lanes over, so I thought I was running it.
And we saw
freaking flash.
The freaking camera got
And
it.
I'm like texting my dad. I'm like, Dad, what do I do? He's like, we just wait for the mail. To this day, never came.
Never came.
I
was like, oh, she's definitely gonna fight it. She's gonna have to fight it in court.
Well, maybe they didn't get my plate, or they could visibly see I was turning right. I don't know.
But yeah, so we went to Chuck's, and then I got in so much shite for that.
From Chicken Nugget.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with any of that BS this year.
Miss McNugget.
New year, not the same BS
Queen
from that
of
one.
Big Macs.
Queen of the Big Mac. Honestly. No, like, that was the origin of Scream, and it's just been like our friendship staple ever since.
We like, I know it's cold now. It's better when it's like warm weather, so you don't get like cold air, but like we still do it.
Or when there's like when there's a event like down here at the thing.
And you just drive by a couple times.
Because everyone's walking around town, and it's like, yeah.
Like a Friday night in June.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, place is packed.
Lots of victims. But anyways, not to put any ideas in anyone's head, but play Scream. It's really therapeutic.
Did I ever tell you about the time I almost ran over a homeless man on my bike?
Oh my god, I almost ran over a homeless man the very first time I drove.
What? At least mine was a bike.
Okay, well, tell the story.
I used to work at a church downtown as like a summer intern. Paid really good money from the government, and it was really easy work. And I was like biking. I biked to work because like I couldn't drive.
No.
I was like 15, so my bike is my life.
Yeah.
It's my tried and true little big perp.
Big perp.
Called Big Perp.
I remember Big Perp.
My purple bike.
Yeah, because you'd ride Big Perp to the pool.
Yeah.
I like Big Perp.
But he was sleeping under a bench. He had his arm out, and I almost ran him over. He scared me. I almost ran over this poor man's arm, and I was also riding by the river because it was like a shortcut, and a bird flew in my spoke. It lived.
He didn't get like graded up.
No, he like flew in my spoke and he got out. But
yeah, I was. What else can we talk about?
I had a secret bunny.
Jenny had a rabbit, and I
didn't
know.
A secret though. I just don't talk. I didn't talk about him.
I don't know why. If I had a rabbit, I'd talk about that to everybody.
He was mean. He died.
Yeah, I found out he existed, and then I was like, I don't think it's real, and I was texting Morgan. I'm like, I think she's lying. Like, I think you guys are making a joke, and Morgan's like, no, she has a bunny, and I'm like, I was telling my parents, I'm like, it's a joke. Like, they're trying to like pull a fast one on me.
It's not a joke. I had one.
And then you sent me a photo of him. His name was Ebert.
Ebert. Ebert. Ebert.
Why did you name him Ebert?
I didn't. The college student who had him before me named him.
Okay. Well, anyways, Ebert was a cute little black bunny, and then like literally a week later he died.
Okay, he faked his death the first time.
When was this?
So a week before he died, I heard like my dogs liked to chase him and play with him. Oh. But he instigates it. I would literally be sitting there.
He was a little shit disturber.
He would hop out of his cage because we let him have free roam of the house, and then he would go up to the dogs and like at them and like get them going, so they would chase him, and then he'd hide under the furniture where they can't get him. And I go up, I hear them like run around, and I'm yelling from my room, stop, like whatever, like leave him alone. I go upstairs.
Leave him alone.
He's laying under the desk, like. And I was like, oh my God, I'm literally almost
He's dead.
I'm like, he's dead. I FaceTime my sister. I'm like, pick up. I think he's dead. And then I get a towel and I like pull him out. I'm touching him and he's not moving. And he's like breathing really hard. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to die. Like literally 10 minutes later after, I'm just like, okay, you're fine. Hops up, hops around.
Aww.
I was like, you mofo.
You motherfucker.
And then my dad, a week, like a couple days later, 5 days later, he's like, comes to my room. He's like, Ebert's gone.
Ebert.
And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, he's dead. And I was like, oh. He's like, I put him on the deck.
Oh.
And then he buried him. He's in my garden.
I'm so sad, like, that my house, like, my old house is being sold because, like, I have so many pets that rest there.
Are they mostly hamsters?
No, I have 2 hamsters, resting there. And then I have my first and second dog and my cat.
Wow.
And they have like
that's a lot of pets to go through in a lifetime.
them. And then I also have like, I had like a couple like baby peacocks, but yeah, we had like our cat and our dog. Well, my second ever dog got hit by a car. And okay, here's the story. So I was on we had just gotten the dog. Like, I mean, it was maybe like 2 or 3 years old. Like, it was not old. And it was like a German Shepherd Black Lab mix. And my dad picks me up from school one day and he goes, "Hey, Rosie's dead."
Oh.
And I laughed at him. I said, "No, he's not." I was like, "You jokester. That's a really terrible joke to make." And he's like, "No, she's actually dead." And I'm like, "I don't believe you. I don't believe you." And then like when we were halfway home, it kind of like hit me and I started bawling my eyes out. And then when we got home, there was a splat mark in front of my house, dried blood, okay? The guy that hit her came down our driveway and was like, "Hey, I think I just hit your dog." He said he saw the dog on the side of the road and then
sped up.
Yeah. Like he's like, "Yeah, I saw the dog on the side of the road." It's like, okay, so you didn't slow down. Like Nate and I were driving through the reserve the other day and a dog literally came out in front of the car. So we stopped the car and we like slowly proceeded until the dog was far enough away to speed up again. Like that's what normal people do. I think he had to be like texting or something because there's just like no way you can just be that like ignorant.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so my parents had to like bury her right away. I didn't get to say goodbye or anything. And then that splat mark sat there for like 2 years.
No.
It did not, through rainstorms, snowstorms, that splat mark was there for like 2 years, right in front of my house. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's lighten the mood. People who look like they can't swim.
Okay, I'm a lifeguard and
Jenny's a professional.
I can tell if someone can't swim just by the way they walk in the pool. Like you can tell when kids can't swim. Like it's pretty obvious. Like little skimpy guy. But it's the adults. I love guessing the adults because they come in really tentatively and they kind of like creep out the door and they kind of like peek around, like looking, scanning the area, and then they kind of like buff their shoulders, like get their confidence up. And then they usually go up to a lifeguard and like say something, and then they'll like get in the little pool.
Oh my
build
Lord.
up their and then they like try and swim there, and they're like, okay. Then they go in the big pool, and then it's cold there, so they're like, ooh. And then you can just kind of tell just by like the way they're looking at the pool. And a dead giveaway is, how deep is it?
How deep is it?
Or I like when they ask me, does the pool get deeper?
Does the pool get deeper?
I had a lady swim all the way to the deep end and then not realize it got deeper. And she couldn't tread water.
Like, how do you not notice that it gets deeper? You can literally see that it gets deeper. Because
the pools where she was from are all one level.
What?
They're like 4 feet deep.
Oh.
5 feet deep.
That's weird.
Not 8 feet.
Well, like, there was this guy I knew back in, like, elementary school, and him and his friend, like, went fishing. They went in, like, a little canoe or something or whatever, and he fell out, and he couldn't swim. And
Was he wearing a life jacket?
No.
Oh.
And the friend didn't know that, so he had to, like, pull him up in there, and I heard about it, and I was like, there's no way this guy can't swim. I was like... He was kind of like a meme guy. Like, I actually don't know what happened to him. Like, I don't know.
Maybe he drowned.
No, he was okay, but his friend literally had to dive in and like get him out. And then he's like, we never talk about this.
Do you know who can't swim?
Who?
What do I call her? I'll call her Pigeon.
Pigeon?
Who's
Pigeon?
She's dating Ronald McDonald.
Oh! That's not surprising.
She can't swim, and we went to a birthday party at my friend's house, and we did a night swim. Oh. And like they light it up so like you can see.
It's super fun.
But we thought everyone was out of the pool, so she turned the lights off, and we're all like, "Oh, where's Pigeon?" Literally like drowning in the pool.
What?
Because she can't swim.
Your kids how to swim. It's a life skill.
And she goes in like deep ends and stuff. And she just like holds on to people. And I'm like, you can't hold on to people.
Yeah. You know who looks like they can't swim? Brussels sprout.
He doesn't swim. He'll bob like
he just bobs.
like a
buoy.
Like the fish buoy.
He just bobs. That's wild.
Do you know what celebrity looks like they can't swim?
Which one?
Oh, frick. What's his name? Michael Cera.
I don't know who Michael Cera is. I don't think I know.
He's so funny.
Who is that?
Oh, I'm trying to think of what he's in. He was in, I think it was 30 Minutes or Less. The movie where he's delivering a pizza and then he gets a bomb strapped onto him.
Is he like the nerdy one with the glasses?
Probably.
No, maybe not. I don't know.
But
Andy Samberg looks like he can't swim. There's a lot of them. Are there any women that look like they can't swim? Like, it's mostly guys. Guys always look like they can't swim, but like girls, like I never get that vibe.
No, not really. Melissa McCarthy looks like she could like swim like a long time.
Really? Because I think Melissa McCarthy looks like she would doggy paddle and like splash a lot. And like
yeah, but like she could go for a long time. I feel like she could. I feel like she could swim a lake.
She could swim a lake. No, actually, because I can also picicture her with a swim cap and goggles.
Yeah, and just
laps
like
of the lake,
like
and
really,
like a Speedo one-suit.
Yeah, and they're just like really going for it.
Damn, I never thought
Have
of
you
it
seen
like
the
that.
new meme with the Rapunzel song?
Yeah,
and they're like really intense, and someone was like, "This has Melissa McCarthy written all over it."
Yeah, and
she has to do it. She's seen it.
Well, it was confusing me because I was like, "Where's the video where she does it?" But people were just like, "Oh, it just
no." They want her to do it.
They want her to do it. I think that's so funny. Like, imagine.
I love her.
What else do we have on this list? Oh, New Year, same BS. The BS we're getting rid of is not hanging out enough. Even though we hang out a lot now because we obviously have a podcast together and we have to do it.
But I
like,
think we should take like weekend road trips to see Morgan.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do more stuff like that, or even like hang out with like Nate and like Nate's friends every now and then, like just so that everyone's together. Jenny was saying we should do like a friend trip.
Yeah.
And like I'm so down. Like Morgan said, well, what was she saying? You guys want to go to like Mexico?
Yeah,
or something?
like all inclusive, like 1 week, like $1,200.
I would love that. That's not even that bad, and that's like worth it for me. Like the money will come back, and I'll get like a week with my friends.
Oh yeah.
10 out of 10, or even just driving to like the States, go for a shopping trip.
Yes,
like,
when we run out of the hand sanitizer, I'm getting my truck. It's big. It doesn't wait. Maybe yours because yours has a cover in case we really shove it in there.
True.
Because mine doesn't have a cover.
No, for sure.
It's only the back seat.
Yeah, Jenny bought me, Morgan, and her Touchland hand sanitizer.
I went through lengths to get it. My dad thought I was crazy.
Yeah. If you guys like we're in Canada, so there's so many things in the States that I want. Like they always have like the better makeup. They get like everything before us. Target I want to go to. What else would I want? Like I want to go to Ulta.
I love Ulta. I have a phone. I put my phone number with them. I don't know if I accumulate any points, but
I guess we'll have to see. Or like I just want to go to like a Dunkin' Donuts. I want to go to a Dunkin' Donuts, get a coffee.
I want to get the Charlie D'Amelio drink.
Is that like a thing? Isn't it just like a coffee?
It's like an iced coffee, but what like she puts in her iced coffee. It's really sweet.
Yeah, I want to get like a Dunkin', and then I want to go out for dinner at Olive Garden.
Olive Garden's really mid, not gonna lie, but
what? Every time that I've gone, it's been so good.
Maybe it was just the Olive Garden we went to.
No, maybe.
Do you know where I want to go?
Where?
Screw Olive Garden, Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, let's go to Texas Roadhouse. Never mind, I take it totally back.
Texas Roadhouse beats Olive Garden hands down.
I want to try Outback. Like Steakhouse, they have one at Niagara.
But I feel like they don't have the sweet rolls with the cinnamon butter.
My goodness. That's making me hungry. All I ate today was crackers, cheese, and cucumbers.
I had like a little leftover container of spaghetti.
I need to like eat food. Mom needs to do some groceries. I mean, like, I guess I could do groceries, but like, do I want to pay for groceries? Is the real question.
Came home from my vacation. The fridge was only filled with vegetables and cheese.
No, because like, I'm sorry. The amount of times as a child, I was starving. I'm like, Mom, can we please get food? And she's like, we have food at home. And I came home and it was like condiments and like the oldest package of capers ever and like moldy bread. My mom will leave like moldy food in the fridge for so long, it's really like unsanitary. Like I'm not one to like bitch about it because like at university, like sometimes my food will like go bad and I'll forget it's like at the back of the fridge. But like I went to go make myself like some like mozzarella and like crackers the other day and I pulled the mozzarella out and it was literally blue and had like spores coming out of it. And I was like, Mom, like this will contaminate your other food and we'll get sick. And like It's gross. Or like one time I pulled out a cucumber and it was literally like white, green, and black. And mushy and like leaking. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I don't think I've ever experienced that in like my upstairs fridge and the downstairs fridge. Oh yeah, some things have been science experiments down there. But that's just like the storage fridge. Like, you know, your Costco overflow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I get that sometimes we don't use produce up, but like then we shouldn't buy so much produce and just just buy from meal to meal.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I don't know. I just hate like, and mold just makes me like, ugh. Like the amount of times I've like gone to like make bread and I'm like, okay, I'll make some bread. And then I like, excuse me, pull it out and it's like literally green. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why is this here?
My dad does that with hot dog buns because he'll only eat one hot dog, but he gets 6 buns because they don't sell individual hot dog buns.
No, why would they sell individual hot dog buns? Typically, people buy hot dog buns for like a party.
Well, he sometimes just like likes a single hot dog, and then he doesn't eat them.
There was this place in Montreal. I think it was called like Valentine's or something like that. I could be wrong, but it was like a mall food court, and it was hot dogs. And I was like, this is incredible. I didn't end up having it. I totally should have, but I was like, oh my gosh.
Someone told me that eating a hot dog is as bad as smoking a cigarette.
Really? That I've never smoked a cigarette and I'm never going to. I think it's just like such a tacky. This is, oh my god, so I want to talk about on here. The group chat situation 1 and 2. This is just like a little hee that
You're so silly.
I'm so silly. Okay, so back in the summertime, so like obviously we had like we had some group chat, some friend group falling out, which is like, it's whatever. Like I don't need to talk about it, need to address it. It's like whatever. But like we had like all of our old group chats still, which it's like, obviously you're not gonna delete them. Like I mean, like I understand like removing yourself maybe, but like what's the point? Like if no one's talking in it, like genuinely, what's the point in putting in the effort? That's like blocking people.
I left it and then she felt the need to unleave it.
I don't know. Like it's the same with like blocking people. If someone blocks me, I'm convinced you're obsessed with me. Like if you block me, I'm convinced you're in love with me. Because it's like, why wouldn't you just not look at it? Like, just don't look at it.
Yeah.
Unless someone's like harassing you. Like, yeah, block them. But like, if someone just like blocks me like out of the random, I'm like, okay, you love me. Anyways, I'm just like conceited. But like, we're all at Morgan's house the one night and I found this meme and it was a hamster with like big bug eyes. Yeah. And it's like looking up and it's like, let me come over and stare at you like this. And it was the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, I was just like out of pocket. So I saved it and I went to send it to like our group chat. And our group chat at the time was called the other group chat. And our first original group chat. Yeah. And our first original friend group chat started with also TH. Mm-hmm. So I typed in the TH and I clicked the first one thinking like, why would the other one be the first one? And I put it in the chat. And Chicken Nugget opens it up and like looks
so
quick, like in like snap, like almost like she was just waiting there. And she opens it, and I was like, "Oh, guys!" And they're like, "Oh, Mackenzie, like what have you done?" So then I delete it, and I don't know if she saw the meme before I deleted it, so she probably thought I like texted some real beef in there. No, it's just like a hamster meme. I was just trying to send a hamster meme. It's really not that deep. So, anyways. Embarrassing enough. Whatever. I just made sure not to do that again. This New Year's, okay, I'm on the phone with my mom because I called my parents on New Year's. At least I tried to wish them Happy New Year because I love them. Neither of them picked up. And then my mom calls me back and she's at a party and it's like loud as heck in the background. I'm like, Happy New Year, Mom. And she's like, what? What are you saying? And I'm like, Happy New Year. And she's like, what? And so I like hung up the phone because I just don't want to listen to that. And I go, hey, Siri, text Mom, Happy New Year, I love you, have a safe night, or like good night. Yeah. And I'm looking at the top of the screen and and I can see like the chat and I can see the thing doing like, you know how it goes in a circle like before it sends, like it gives you like 5 seconds to change it. Yeah. I literally look at it and in slow motion I'm like, no.
Does your phone not have unsend?
Yeah, I guess I could have unsent it, but she would have already seen that there was something sent to it. And then she would see like a message was unsent, no?
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't you rather have unsent message?
No, it's like whatever. Like at least she knows it wasn't for her.
It only works if both have the update.
Maybe.
So like if she doesn't have the update, she would still see the message and it can't unsend.
Yeah. So anyways, I did it again, but this time on text. I texted our old text, like iMessage group chat. So I was, I'm stupid. And that wasn't even my fault. That was Siri's fault.
Yeah.
And hopefully it wasn't that deep, but yeah, whoops. And then I texted like our Snapchat one. I was like, guys.
And we're all like, ha, it sucks.
We're like, I can't believe you just did that. And I'm like, I can't believe I did either.
I woke up and I was like, oh my God.
I was like, why? Like, why?
I was like, at least I'm not in the country.
Yeah, at least I'm not in the country. I don't have to deal with that. At least I was out of province, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna like come by my house and raid.
Hello.
YOLO.
Everything in life is a YOLO moment.
Everything.
When I had my surgery, YOLO. I literally said that to the doctor. I was like, YOLO.
That's what Jenny said to me after the group chat thing. She's like, YOLO. I'm like, I guess, you know? Like, that was my thing the other day with like the podcast. Like when I'm editing the podcast and we say something controversial, I'm like, do I keep it in for the clicks or do I not? And then I'm like, YOLO. Like I have my two close friends, like Jenny and Morgan.
Yeah.
And then I have my boyfriend and I have like a couple like arm's reach friends. Like they're like close enough. I still love them enough. And then I have my parents and my dog. And like, what else do I need? Like, who cares if everyone else hates you? Because you already have everything you need.
And if somebody else hates you, it's their problem.
That's their problem. That's none of my business. Someone doesn't like me. That's none of my business.
And we have to realize is not everyone's going to like you.
No. Well, and also we are the main character in our lives. Like my dad always says, like, people think about you so much less than you think they do.
Yeah.
People think about themselves 90% of the time and maybe you every now and then. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think people who particularly dislike me get out of bed every day and are like, F that bitch Mackenzie. I can't stand her and I'm gonna rue this day knowing that I don't like her. Like they don't care. So, you know, that's why it's like, YOLO.
YOLO.
YOLO. That's the attitude we need for the new year. Just YOLO.
Honestly, I've been YOLOing it since I don't know.
A while.
Yeah. I kind of let it go second semester. Grade 12. I was like, YOLO.
That was like me too, to be honest. I was like, I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be fine. I got like my first acceptance and I was like, well, we got options.
Yeah, I was gonna apply to college and then Laurier was like, you're in, and I was like, F college.
Let's go to uni.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, you don't even need to apply now. I got into every single program eventually.
It takes time.
And then Guelph was like, no co-op for you.
No
I was
co-op.
like, why don't I get co-op?
Guelph is overrated. That was my dream school. I was convinced from the time I was like 12 years old. I was like, Guelph. And then like not everyone, like there's a lot of ops at Guelph, you know? And like it's not great unless you're in like agriculture. And I want to be a vet, so it would have been great for that. But it's also like super competitive. Like I can do my vet med anywhere in the world.
There's two in the country.
There's two in the country. No, there's not.
Yep.
In Canada?
Yeah, there's two in the country.
There's one
I swear.
No, there's one here. There's one in Ontario. There's the Ontario Vet College, and then Laurentian up north has one, and then there's one in Saskatchewan, the Western College of Veterinary Medicine, and then there's the one in Calgary.
What?
And there might be one in BC too.
There's dad options. Lies.
He told your sister that so that
there
she
is
would
only
leave.
two. Well, there is Guelph, or she could live with my aunt in Saskatchewan.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. Like, I think you don't even need really high grades to get into that one. It's not that bad.
Then I don't know why she doesn't apply there.
But then there's also there's this girl I have on TikTok, and I was kind of like stalking her the one day because she was commenting on my video. So I was like stalking her. I was like, oh, she's cute, whatever. She goes to it's like a university / college kind of thing, and it's out in Alberta, I think. And it's like a vet school, but it's not like a traditional vet school, but it's like a college, but it's like still like they're still like getting their veterinary medicine degrees. So like that's always an option too, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm in no rush, and you know, if the Ontario Vet College doesn't want me, that's fine because there's other places, and it's gonna be the same degree wherever you go.
Well, I think Lakehead's opening one too, but I don't think you want to live there.
Don't Lakehead.
No, you don't want to live there. It's real cold.
Chilly.
Well, when my dad went up, there was no snow.
I'm just gonna like move to Florida. I'll like live in Florida. I'll be a vet. I'll fix
Did
the
you know
gators.
what you can spend 183 days in the States without a visa
Really?
if you're not working?
we
Maximum
should do that.
183, they cut you off.
Excuse me. That wasn't supposed to be that loud. We have to cut that.
Keep it.
Wild.
Keep
Anyways,
it.
shall we? Thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Senior Year. Hopefully we keep the same BS and a little new BS in our new year.
There definitely will be new BS.
There will definitely be new BS. I'm so excited for what this new year will bring. Last year was unhinged. Like, there's so much stuff that happened last year that, like, if I told myself, like, 2 years before that, I would have been like, what?
No way.
I was like, no way. So
say pranks right now.
say jokes right now. Like, it's not real. So that's why I'm, like, excited. Because every year there's, like, new stuff. Even if we're, like, not the center of it. Like, everyone else's lives, they're doing some random stuff.
Yeah. We're moving on.
We're moving on. We're moving up. This is going to be a really good year. Jenny and I have a podcast. We weeded out all the bad people in our lives. Like, we're up. We're in school. We have jobs.
We passed first semester.
We passed first semester. Like, there's so much.
We're done. We're done. I still gotta get through the second one.
The second one's, I have 2 online courses, so I'm so happy.
I have all in.
I have one online biology and an online criminal justice.
Apparently that one's a bitch.
What?
The OCJ,
OCJ?
the online criminal justice.
Why'd you make, like, an acronym for it?
Because that's what the online course code is. OCJ.
Okay.
Do you have an in-person exam?
What? Why?
All your exams are in person.
Why?
And apparently it's really hard.
What? Okay.
Mine was a complete joke. My in-person one.
Yeah.
So jokes. So jokes.
My philosophy one was so jokes. My TA in philosophy, like, wanted me to fail so bad, and I, like, aced the exam. I got, like, an A- on the exam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, screw you.
I almost failed my business exam.
You know what? That's
I passed with a 68.
Good job. That's something.
I got, like, I think it was, like, 7 out of 20 something on the short answer. Like an actual F.
Oh my lord.
And then on the multiple choice, which I thought I did bad on, 25 out of 25.
Get it?
And then the short answer, I was like, oh, I did so good. F.
That's always how it is. If you feel good leaving it, you failed. Like,
I was like, I passed. I did pass, but not how I thought I passed.
fair. Honestly, in university, a pass is a pass. If you paid and you passed, you got your money's worth.
And this was the hardest course of first year. I missed the midterm.
Mm-hmm. That was the
I had
11,
my
right?
surgery. Yeah. Like I think I did pretty good for that big hurdle.
Look at that. You're going into 2024 with a new face and new hair.
I'm genetically modified.
Jenny's genetically modified. Did you beep in the airport?
No.
Dang.
I didn't.
It's because it's titanium, right?
That's what the guy said. Says titanium won't beep.
No beep.
But this is stainless steel and it doesn't beep.
Huh. Interesting. You're getting better. They didn't have to molest you with the stick.
Oh, not like my dad.
Poor guy. Couldn't even keep his change in his pocket.
No. He took everything out and they're like, there's a big red flag by your junk.
Thanks, sir. Like, that's a little unprofessional, don't you think?
I'm like, so his zipper?
His zipper? Sure.
Or
No, the one time I was going into Scotiabank Arena and the guy's like, do you have any body piercings? And he was like waving it around my boobs. And I was like, no, I don't. That's probably the wire in my bra, you a-hole. Like, really? Come on, man. And then he like waved it around like my stomach, which like I have a belly ring, but like it's titanium, so it shouldn't be.
That's crazy. That guy really was just trying to cop a feel.
Nipple rings. I was like, what?
Do you know one time my dad asked my sister if I had my nipples pierced?
Really? I used to work with this girl, like her and I got hired together down at Food Basics, and she showed me her like nip rings on like our first shift together. She's like, yeah, I have my nipples pierced. She talked about getting her nips pierced as though it was like a mission trip. Like said it was life-changing. And I'm like, why?
It would hurt.
It would hurt. She says the first one doesn't hurt and the second one hurts because your body's not prepared for the first one, but it's prepared for the second one.
Why just do both at the same time?
That's would be more smart, right?
Yeah, just get 2 people and
Anyways, that being said, I would never pierce my nipples. Because then if you like ever breastfeed, it goes in like 3 directions.
that'd be kind of sick though.
Imagine. Okay, yeah, we need to wrap it up. So guys, that was this week's episode of Senior Year.
Thanks for listening.
If you've already forgot, I can't speak English. I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Jen K.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.